So,
Awesome. Thanks for joining us, Earl. Questions for Earl? Jared, go ahead.
Earl, we were just talking to Caden. I don't know if you heard what he was saying, but I was curious what your view is on the how teams have tried to attack the defense and really churn out those long drives.
Yeah, yeah, no, I heard what he was talking about. A lot of teams are trying to run power on us and pull the guards or pull somebody to come attack the edge. Um, we studied the film and made some corrections that we need to. Just being stout, being big up in there, and being able to control our spacing is probably the biggest thing. Um, So with the corrections that we made this week in film, we should be able to correct all those mistakes, and I don't think it'll be a problem in the future.
We were just talking to Caden. What's he like? Tell me what he's like to be playing with him.
Oh, Caden's awesome. He's a super chill dude. He's cool, and it's nice because Caden's an O lineman too, so he brings a lot of like O lineman technique and talk to the room that a lot of us have no idea about. Um, so he's just he's really just an awesome dude. Like he's from Arkansas, so he's like kind of like a Southern gentleman, if you can think of that. Super polite and nice.
Jay and then Mitch.
Hey Earl, he's got that Haas name. Is he any good at basketball?
I don't know. You'll have to ask him on that. He probably is, to be honest, but yeah, I wouldn't know.
And more seriously, how impressive is it what he's done, just moving the other side of the ball and excelling on that side too?
He's adapted really fast, like a lot quicker than I think a lot of us thought he would. He was an amazing center, and from my experience, I've seen a lot of guys come from the O line to the D line and not be successful. It was just hard to transition, but he's transitioned very well. You wouldn't even know that he played O line before. He looks like a natural D lineman now.
Earl, you're from Big 12 country and from the state of Kansas. Were you a fan of Big 12 football growing up?
Yeah, I was a super big fan of Big 12 football. My brother played for K-State. They won their conference like twice. You know, they went to the Cotton Bowl and the Sugar Bowl, like those big bowl games. And so I love the Big 12. I was super excited when we got the invites to come to the Big 12. Too bad it's not till like a couple years from now, so I probably won't be there. But I'm super excited for BYU and the Big 12.
Seems like all different, regions of the country have kind of different styles. With the West, more pass heavy, South, run heavy, defensive line play. What's maybe some of the characteristics of football in the Midwest and in maybe the state of Texas too, if you've had crossover with some of those teams as well?
Um, Well, from back in the day when I was watching like heavily in the Big 12, it was all about the run game for me back then. Because I was a big K-State fan, so Daryl Sproles and like those types. Texas, Vince Young, and they always had amazing running backs. So it's just that hard, tough kind of football. That's what the Big 12 reminds me of growing up.
How do you feel that having some knowledge of how Grimes and Mateos coach offensive linemen, how can that maybe help you guys potentially in this matchup?
Oh, I think it's huge that we know like past coaching experience from them, because like we are pretty knowledgeable of their offense. We know what the O line are thinking. We know what they're trying to do to us that a lot of teams might not catch on to. So knowing what we know from the past, we can really game plan for this game, and hopefully we can scheme it well.
Norma, go ahead.
Hey Earl, how much of an emphasis this week is there on the defense getting some takeaways at Baylor?
It's huge. We didn't get any takeaways in Boise State, and takeaways have been a huge emphasis on this week. We got to get, more third down stops, but also we need to get the ball out of their hands, interceptions. We need to do more on the defensive side of the ball, and we're gonna try our best this week to get some stops and some takeaways to help our offense and to get the ball moving.
Awesome. Thanks, Earl. All right, that's all from us. Do you guys have any questions for me? Cool.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Kiana.
guys.